Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV, where of course on a weekly basis we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby. Nice to have you along. Big thanks of course to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks. Remember, you can win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks during the course of the show. And of course MChem 24-hour pharmacy. Well, it's been a very busy couple of days, couple of weeks. Clubs are talking about training, are talking about friendly fixtures, and of course we know that there's possibly some sevens rugby coming up later in the year. Well, it's interesting also to see how clubs have been finding different ways to stay active, and of course tonight we'll take a look at what the clubs have been up to. We're going to, in a second or so, be catching up with the Western Province Rugby Women's Collective, who of course we're celebrating Heritage Day at Newlands. We're going to show you some of the highlights. We're also going to take a look behind the scenes with the DHL Western Province Rugby Under-20 side. They of course had a good win over the Sharks last week. And then we go to training, where we speak to some of the players and coaches at Unimill as well as at False Bay. And of course, as you know, some of the clubs busy playing friendlies at the moment. And this past weekend we went to watch Fora play against Police. But on the cards for us right now, it was of course a celebration of Heritage Day at DHL Newlands this past Friday. Very exciting, fantastic to see everybody there. I think there was more than 10 teams, or at least 12 teams on the field, with 10 players per team. And certainly looked like they had a lot of fun as they were playing a bit of touch rugby. Let us show you what happened on the day.
It's going fantastically well. I mean, we have about 12 girls teams here. Not all of them have played touch rugby before, but I mean, it's an easy sport to get into, and the girls are having a fantastic time. You see, it can be intimidating for them to just go into the 15s or the 7s. So this is an easier way, no tackling, no line-outs. If you pan across, no line-outs, no scrums, all semi-contact for them to just ease into the 15s and the 7s game. We tried, because touch rugby is a sport where you can have girls and boys or males and females playing in the same team. Our look on things and our view of things is very integrated. It's our teams play together, and it's all about women's development as well, because we have women's going to the World Cup. There's a touch rugby World Cup, and we sent our last team in 2019. We had women's over 30s playing, women's mixed over 30s playing with guys, our women's open going. So it's very women's focused, and our women's teams do very well.
We're from Stellenbosch. It's exciting for the new girls to play rugby, touch rugby, and to play on Newlands itself, and be part of this tournament for awareness for us within the rugby circles. So it was great, and we enjoyed the games, and the atmosphere was great. And we want to see how we can grow the game and bring new talent. We saw some talent here, and there is still raw talent, and we as old players playing for years, it would be good to have new talent and to develop them. It's great to be the champion and present Stellenbosch here on Newlands, and this tournament after the Literacy Day, it's great knowing that VP is involved, and we can create a safe haven for girls to come and play rugby and get developed. And it's a good opportunity for new talent to get here and see how things are done, and have role models that is playing and can just teach the game. And we want women and girls to know that there is opportunities to get involved. Even if you don't play, come be a ref or administrator and just be part of a bigger picture.
So this event is actually a culmination of the Western Province Women's Collective.
Yes.
And we have so many teams out here today. We have 12 teams in total, and the girls are really enjoying it. As you can see, it's a day of 6 touch rugby. but it's a real day of enjoyment for the girls. They're out here in their droves and they're loving it. There's so much fun happening. And we're just grateful to be able to have rugby at Newlands, of course, albeit that they're playing touch rugby at Newlands. But it's just wonderful to see the girls out here doing what they love. And of course, during the time of COVID, it's just great that we can be here at a time like this. I think it's really important for them to be able to be playing rugby here today. It's really inspirational for them. It gives them hope for the future. At a time, you know, that we face with the pandemic and all of that, it gives them hope, it gives them inspiration. And of course, some of these girls want to make a career out of rugby. And so to be playing at Western Province, you know, at Newlands, it's really inspirational for them. And we certainly hope that we can offer them more days like this, where we can get girls together from different regions, different districts, and to give them an opportunity to obviously not only develop the game, but develop themselves within the game and to give them hope.
My naam is Adele, Eckron. Ek is hierso van Gordons Bay Pioneers af. Dit is vandag vir ons verskriklik lekker hierso. Dit is 'n groot opportunity wat ons het en ons meisies geniet dit vreeslik. Van ons meisies is hulle heel eerste keer wat hulle touchy speel vandag. Meerderheid van hulle kom ons maar van die WP af en so aan. So ons is maar gewoond aan 15s speel en 7s en so, nie touchies nie.
My name is Nandipha, Pamla. I'm a representative from Blue Jet. I'm here today. We brought our ladies to come and be a part of this occasion today. It's a nice occasion here. There is a lovely environment. With most of the girls that we brought, it's new girls. Obviously, we from Kailicha, then we groom them from school level, and then they move up to the senior level.
They're just arriving with the sun on the field. The girls were absolutely so excited to come and play on Newlands. All of them had been in the stands since growing up and now getting a chance to play on the actual field. Awesome opportunity for all women in Cape Town. There's lots of opportunity. I think there's a lot of girls that have always wanted to play since they were young, and now opening up spaces like False Bay, it gives them a chance to actually try it out, see whether or not they want to be players, coaches, referees. So I'm hoping that other areas like Stellenbosch, they get going, and even Strandside. The numbers are there, we just need to start the clubs.
No, I think from our side, you know, it's just been a fantastic day. I think there was a bit of stress at the start, and I think, you know, the build up to this event and that day has been phenomenal. The amount of, you know, goals and the interest and the talent on the day is fantastic, and that there's a number of goals, I think, from our side that we've seen that, you know, that have potential, have talent and that there. So I must say this is something that is a start, and it's something that definitely will grow and, you know, go from the side. And I think a lot of these girls coming out today, I think this is something different, something new. We normally have provincial matches, we normally have, you know, test matches playing, but it was good now to have, you know, the local girls coming out, the community coming out here to Newlands, and I think this is what it's about, bringing the community here to Newlands, and yeah, it's been really fantastic. I think especially with the ladies, one of the key things is development, and, you know, with a little bit of support and a little bit of, you know, commitment and that there, I must say you can see the numbers and the commitment is there. So I think from Western Province's side, you know, the work that we're doing has been fantastic, and I think also from the champions that we've identified, you know, I must commend our women's collective, who basically have offered their time and who've afforded, you know, and afforded a lot of these girls opportunity to come out here to Newlands. It is Pride Day, it's Heritage Day, but they offered their time to be here today. And, you know, also with with our sponsors, Six Guns. It was great to have them also on board. I think, at least providing a meal for the ladies when they leave the tournament and that there. So hopefully on this we can just grow. And the talent is there, as we said, and in terms of development, this is all in terms of growing the sport and looking at the women's collective in terms of how we can grow it even bigger and better.
Welcome back, folks. There we go. It was a great day. Sun was shining. People were enjoying themselves. Certainly the ladies were having a lot of fun, and really it was great to see rugby action on the field at DHL Newlands. That really is fantastic. And of course, hats off to the women's collective for making sure that there continues to be the growth of women's rugby in Western Province. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, it's time for us to catch up with the Western Province Rugby under 20 side.